we're gonna be doing your makeup today. I'm gonna get your hair out of the way. I'm gonna get some clips out of here. The ones I've chosen for today are my little seashell clips, and they're matching. They're pretty and they're pink and gold. So we're just gonna brush your hair away and just put them on. And here goes the other one. Okay, there we go. Now we can get started. I'm gonna set this aside. I have laid out some of my makeup here, but we still have some that are in trays, and then I do have my little drawer over here that's open. That way if you don't like something, we can change it up. So we're gonna moisturize your face first. We're gonna be starting off with the lips. That way your lips are ready for any lip product. Okay. There you go. I like using something very basic, but if you feel like your lips need a little bit more moisture, you can let me know, and then I can add this as well. This one is very moisturizing in my opinion, and I really like it. If anything, we can add a little bit, just in case you're feeling a little dry on the lips, okay? Now for your face, I have this face cream. I like it because it doesn't smell like anything. So if you have sensitive skin, this shouldn't bother you. It's up to you if you want to close your eyes or if you want to keep them open, okay? There we go. I like how it feels. It's not really sticky, and it absorbs very quickly to the face. Okay. Since it sets very quickly, we don't have to worry too much about it. I do have two different primers that you can choose between. If your face is a little oily, we can do a mattifying primer. My face is oily during the summer, but then when it gets a little cold, my skin tends to dry out. So I like using this during the summer. But I think it's perfect to do both moisturization and then a little bit of mattifying if that's what's needed. Or if you prefer something to stick to your face a lot better, we can do a stickier primer. This is going to make your makeup last a very long time. I like this one. I feel like this one is a little less sticky than the e.l.f. one. But if you prefer the e.l.f., I do have it here, and I also have this one. But if you don't like sticky primers, then we can just do the mattifying one. So it's completely up to you on which one you prefer. We have the little NYX one. It looks like a little glue. Or we have the e.l.f. one. This one is a little bit more sticky in my opinion. So it's completely up to you. Okay, we can do that one. So let me just get some out. Okay, we're gonna apply this kind of like in the center of your face. And then a little bit on your forehead, just to get everything very even, okay? Great, now that we let everything sit, we can move on to your foundation. I have two different foundations that we can choose one. We can do something that's a little bit of a lighter coverage, but has like a radiant finish. We can do the NARS one. Or if you want something to be a little bit more like a foundation that has kind of a medium to buildable coverage, we can do the About Face. Or we can also do like a mixture of both, depending on what you prefer. Do you want to go with that one? Okay, cool. So this one is a twisty top, and I actually like the fact that it comes with an applicator. It makes it a lot easier to put on. So we're just gonna kind of put it around. So just kind of stay still for me. Just a little. And then like a little bit on your forehead. Just the bottom right here. There we go. We're going to be using a little sponge to blend everything out, okay? So if you can close your eyes, because I am going to brush up on your eyelid just a little bit, okay? And then some on your forehead, okay? And then if you could look up for me, that way I can get a little bit under your neck. Okay, cool. That works out. So we love that, okay? And just kind of letting it dry a little bit. While we let that sit, we can choose the concealer that you would like. I have 3 different options. We have the NYX Bear With Me serum. We have the Natasha Denona. This one's my favorite. I feel like this is the one that doesn't crease, and it does have like a creamier formula, but I personally really like it, and it works even if you're oily. And then I also have the CoverGirl. This one is matte, and it's nice. I like it to have it in 2 different shades, and for a while it was my favorites. So it's totally up to you on whichever one you prefer to use. Should we go with my favorite one? I think that's a good choice because it's not gonna have any creasing, and I like the fact that it also doesn't get ugly on my eyelids. So we can do that. Okay. If you can look up for me, just a bit. Just look up for me. And then we're gonna do just a tiny dot on your nose. And then just a little bit under the lip. Okay? I like it. Okay, now we can start blending out that concealer. That works out very nicely. Now we can set your face. Because we use the Eyebrow foundation, I feel like it's only fitting to use the powder. And the packaging matches. So we can use this just to quickly set everything. And we're going to use this very nice fluffy brush, okay? And I like just kind of pushing my brush in here. You can see that we do actually get product. So we can just do that. And if you can just close your eyes for me. And we're just going to brush this just all over the face, okay? It's a really nice fluffy brush too, so it doesn't hurt at all. And then we're gonna get it under your face, here on the neck, just to make sure everything is nice and even. Okay? So after finishing doing kind of like the face, I like going to the brows, then the eyes, and then finishing the rest of your face. So if that's okay, we are going to move on to your eyebrows. Here I have a selection of items. I have only one brow pencil, so that's what we're going to use. But when it comes to blocking in your brows, I have 2 different options, okay? So first we're going to start with one brow. Okay, and just stay still for me. And then the other one. do we feel like they're good? Yeah, okay. Now we can lock them in. Do you prefer kind of a slightly bolder brow? This has color to it, or we prefer something clear? Something clear? Okay. Okay. So just stay still for me again. Very good. Now we can start with the eyeshadow. I picked out 2 different palettes. We can either use both of them, or if you prefer only using one, it's completely up to you. The first one is this one. This one has a lot of really pretty shimmery colors, but at the same time we can tone it down with these kind of more earthy brown shades. So we can do that, or if you prefer something maybe a little bit more colorful, we can use this palette right here, which has a lot of variety, and it has a lot of cool shades here, but it also has neutrals if you prefer something more natural, or if you want to experiment with the blues, or maybe even the pinks. Yeah, we can totally do that. Okay. So first, I do want to prime your eyes. When it comes to priming the eyelids, I like using a little pot. And I have my little brush here. So we can just tap some on here. Get a little bit of product. And that's what we're going to use for both of the eyes, okay? Okay, stay still for me. Okay, now the other eye. There, just something very simple. And then we can set that. That way it doesn't crease on us. We're going to be using this kind of creamy shade. Okay. And what would you like the main color to be? I typically do the really pink shades, but I also am a sucker for green. But the blue is also very pretty, but so is the brown. Okay, we can be a little bit experimental. I usually tend to do pink on you, but maybe we can do a little bit of green. I feel like that would be kind of fun. Just grabbing a little bit more for the other eye. Okay, now we can deepen the outer which one would you like to do? Would you like to do more of this type of green or like a bluey color? We can do that. We can do kind of like a forest ethereal look. So this is gonna go on the outer, just to deepen it up. Adding a little bit more, and I like tapping away a little bit of the excess, just in case anything happens. And just a little bit on the other eye. Okay, just switch over. Yeah, we like that there. Okay, now we can do the funnest part, in my opinion, which is adding the sparkly shade. I'm thinking of doing a little bit of this and then kind of this like in the inner, and there's a little bit kind of like in the center. We can do that. With this one, I don't like shaking it off. I kind of like leaving a bit of the product there. Let me just press this palette here. That way I can hold your face a little better. Okay. Just close your eyes for me. And I'm gonna hold your face, okay? How do we feel about that? Yeah? Do we like it? Okay. I think that looks good. And then I make it a little bit of the other shade. Okay. This one's kind of gonna go in the center. And then the other one. Do we like? Okay, let me go like this too. Okay, we like that. Now, do you want to add a little bit on the under eye to deepen the look? We can do just a tiny bit. We can do the different shade of green. Okay, for this one, look up, and I'm also gonna hold your face for this one. Look up. Okay, and then the other side. It's kind of almost like I'm pushing it up a little. Yay, that really worked out. And then maybe next time we can do a little bit of the pink. I like doing your makeup a lot, so it kind of works out for us. Okay, now because of this look, I feel like we can use a tiny bit of the eyeliner. So we're gonna go back to the very first drawer we used. This one right here with the eyebrow products. And we can use that eyeliner. Okay, so for this, I'm thinking of doing not a full wing, like not such a big wing, but also adding some darkness to it. So I think it's going to be a mixture, okay? I'm going to get close to you, and you're going to close your eyes and hold your face and just kind of line it. Have to keep your face a bit still, okay? Just let it dry just a little bit. Try not opening your eyes because then it's gonna transfer, okay? So the next eye. Okay. There we go. Do we like it? I think that looks good. Right. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Now we can do your eyelashes. Okay, so kind of half close your eyes. Okay. There. Now the other eye. Okay. That works out. I have two different mascaras that we're gonna do. I like this one because it's gonna make it really nice and dark, and then this one is gonna really separate the lashes. Okay, so look up for me. Okay, and then the other one. And now the other eye with the other mascara. Okay. And just look up. That looks good. So that's for your top lashes. We use these. And we're gonna do some simple ones on the bottom. And for that one, I'm gonna use this one. This one does deepen your eyelash just a bit, but it's not too thick, okay? Okay, so just and then the other side. There we go. So we use these three. And we finish the eyes. Now we can do your cheeks. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of bronzer. We have a variety of bronzers that we can do. So let me get the options out. We have two. We have the NYX one. Let's see if I can open it. I always struggle with this one. This one is a little bit on the red side. So depending on your undertone, this could look good on you. Or if you want one that's a little bit on the neutral side, we can do my Too Faced one. This one is a tiny bit on the lighter side, and I feel like it's a little bit more forgiving because this one you build up the color versus the other one is full color on the first. So maybe we should go with a safe one, right? Okay. We're gonna do this on the outer rim of your face. Okay. Just holding your face just a little bit. There. Just, how do you feel about it? Do we like it? Just kind of a little bit on the side. Okay. And we can blend that in. And just kind of a quick swipe on the nose. There we go. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. I'm going to grab a little bit more. Okay. The other side. And we're going to use the big fluffy brush to blend everything out, okay? Okay, now we can do your blush. I have 3 different options for blush. We have these 2 right here, and then we have this one as well. We can start off by showing you the red one. This is very red, but it's buildable, so it's not so scary. Then we can do one that's a bit more on the neutral side, and this is the one that I use the most because it's in my project pan. So I did hit pan, but we can see that it's very neutral and it's very subtle, so we're able to build that up. Or we can do a cute fun one, which is a pretty pink. It's not too pigmented, so it's not as scary, but it's still very cute. I also really like the packaging. We can do this one for sure because it's not that scary, and I like it a lot. Okay, so we're just gonna put this right here and a little bit on the temple just to kind of raise up your cheeks, okay? Okay, now the other side. Okay, and we can continue to blend that out as well using the bigger fluffy brush, okay? This one we're not going to blend it too much because we like having it on our little cheeks, okay? When it comes to highlighter, we have 4 different options. 2 are for the super sparkly. These have a lot of shimmer to them. Or if we want more of a glow, we can use these. So I'm going to show you the options and you can decide. The first one is the Fenty Beauty. This is the Diamond Balm, which depending on what you like, we can do this one. This one looks really nice in a sparkly or like flash. It looks very sparkly. Or we can do the Rude Cosmetics. I don't see a lot of people talking about this brand, but this highlighter is so pretty to me. This one is nice and pink with a bit of a peach flip. So I really like this one. Or we can do something that's a bit more classic. I have the MAC. This one is a nice gold color, and it's going to show very glowy on the skin, but it's not going to show any texture in my opinion. Or we can do with one that's super classic. This was really popular back in the day. This is the Resi highlighter. We can do this one. This one was very popular, and it's popular for a reason. So I'm very lucky that I still have this one. So which one would you prefer? Yeah, we can totally do that one. So just grabbing some on the little brush, and I am going to put this at the highest points of your face. Okay, to get a little bit more on my product on the brush, just a bit more. And with this, I only blend it out with the actual brush, not with anything else. Okay, since we already moisturized your lips, we can continue on. And I do have quite a bit. I'm thinking of doing a little bit of lipstick and a little bit of gloss. So I have quite a bit here. I have a lot of options. Maybe one day we can go through each one. But for now, I think I'm going to do, let's see. Which one can we do? We can either do the Velvet Teddy, the cool version, or we also have the regular version. We have this one. We can do a little bit of lipstick. So for gloss, I definitely want to do the glass. But let's see. I think we're gonna do this one right here. Yeah. MAC has my favorite formula, and I think that's why I lean towards it a lot. So just stay still for me while I just apply a little bit of it on you. Also, it's gonna sound weird. I like the way they smell. They smell a little bit warm, like a warm Christmassy scent. And I think that's why I like it so much. And I have so many colors. I was thinking of doing this one, but now I'm kind of leaning towards doing one that has a bit of color to it. And this one is going to be a little tingly on the lips. Okay, so just a tiny bit. Okay. So I believe that would be it. We did your face, we did your eyes, we did your lips. We had a lot of fun together. So thank you so much for letting me join